Alphacine, Funny Gal. Tintan Bell didn't really come into it. Further back in the race in Surrey, followed by Capta into the tail.
Winner 9 Wood Wiener, Nasrawilla, $25.56 for the minors. 6 Starts with a Kiss, $2.90. 2 Shana Cabana, $2. The late scratching 14 Carter Bell.
Wood Wiener quickly claiming them. Came from behind the leaders after Starts with a Kiss had just reached Shana Cabana. Wood Wiener under hard riding here from Nasrawilla, coming home well and has quickly got the upper hand, and Wood Wiener has done well. Number 9, no numbers in the frame. Number 9, Wood Wiener, ridden by Nasrawilla for Len Trelaw. 9 goes in the frame. Number 6 is second, and that Starts with a Kiss. And Shana Cabana had a good lead mid-race, just came back to them a little, turning for home, and they got over the top of it. 9, 6, 2 and 7. 9, 6, 2 and 7. Capuchin looked a good hope, about 150, 200 out, and then just started to paddle, and it was Wood Wiener, hard ridden by Rawilla, who reached Starts with a Kiss. Shana Cabana couldn't go on. Capuchin just plotting, and the winner's cleared out to win at about 2.5 to 3 lengths. A good
now, the start, Bulleye, race 5, Southern LaBelle, favourite at 3 a win, 190 for the place ahead of Arborough Fair, 350, 120. At Sandown, 9, 6, 2 and 7, race 4, Wood Wiener, $25.50 the win, $6 the place. 6 Starts with a Kiss, $2.90. 2 Shana Cabana, $2. Quinella, $140.70. The exact at $269.40. Trifecta, $1,061.30. And the first 4, 9, 6, 2 and 7, $7,749.50.
Fifth at Sandown, 1 Legend of Ace, $2.90, 104 favourite, down to 4 Ho.
Okay, thank you. And they're about to come into line out here at Randwick. No sign of them moving up at this point of time, so it'll be another minute and a half at least before they're ready to jump. The best back runner on track is number 4 Hijacker. Number 4 Hijacker is the second favourite on the tote, $4.80 and $2.80. I'd like to be able to get the $4.80 on the tote here, because it'll probably come down in the next minute or so before they jump. Hijackers by Marauding and is trained by Gay Waterhouse. Has shown ability in 2 trials, the latest winning here at Randwick on the 11th of Jan. Right, and just recapping that Hijacker has been the best back runner in the ring here, number 4, and Counterforce, the stablemate, is the second pick on track. Now, as far as the tote is concerned, Dashiki is the favourite, number 1 at $4.20, but it's gone right out the gate in the betting ring, right out the gate. And this Son of Strategic has been a wobbler in the ring, to say the least. Now, over here at the starting point, they're beginning to move them in. Previous race of the day, won by Barrow's Thunder, number 6. Appreciated the 1,550 metres this afternoon, obviously, this Barathea filly, and she drew away to win well from 7 Rockley Opera and 4 Pekin Rose. The second to 6 Charo Style, J. Innocent, a very tight finish, and Pearly Kings, number 5, a first starter. Darren Beedman won the first race of the day. Now, Raspberry Man is a little reluctant to enter. Mark of Power comes forward now. Raspberry Man settles. Cialis moving in now. Cialis, they tell me, is Latin for Bluebird, and Bluebird is the sire of Cialis. So well named. Plenty of thought has gone into that. Trained by Ron Lehman at Warwick Farm. Up comes Darren Beedman on Valedict. Here's the bookies' favourite walking in now, Hijacker, part owned by Nick Vass, and the familiar Vass colours. Black jacket with the white horseshoe, hooped sleeves, and black and white checked cap. Being worn here by Len Beasley. Hijacker comes forward. He's a nice type of horse, Hijacker, by Marauding. And now we're ready and set for action. This is the Arncliffe Handicap, a suburb close to Mascot Airport. They'll jump out of the 1300 right now, and again a lovely start. Counterforce, one of the best to break. Wyangan Pines got out well, and here's Hijacker and Dashiki going up very quickly. And as they settle, Dashiki just leading from Hijacker. Vaporeon rushing into third posse from Wyangan Pines, and then here comes Johnny. Counterforce is racing very ungenerously, followed by Mark of Power, Cialis. Raspberry Man's got one behind him, and that is Valedict. They come down the side of the track and link up with the 800, and Vaporeon goes up on the outside to lead now from Dashiki. Third is Hijacker, 2 lengths away from Here Comes Johnny. A couple of lengths further away is Wyangan Pines on the inside of Red Leader. And then at the head of the others on the outside next is Counter Force. The inside Mark of Power, and then Cialis, Raspberry Man, and Valedict is last. They're on the swing now. And with 500 ahead of them, Dashiki again drawing through on the inside to lead Vaporeon. Around their heels now comes Hijacker, followed wider out on the track. Here comes Johnny, and Valedict is the deepest. Counterforce is getting a run. Vaporeon's immediately history. Hijacker's under a little bit of pressure, and here's Valedict after Hijacker. They got to Dashiki, and then Counterforce still battling on. Hijacker, Valedict, and then Dashiki and Counterforce. Hijacker's pulling out plenty when needed, and Hijacker's holding Valedict, and Hijacker, a nice debut, beat Valedict, and third Counterforce, and fourth Dashiki. Here comes Johnny, followed by Cialis, and then Vaporeon, Raspberry Man, Red Leader, Mark of Power, and Wyangan Pines last to complete the course. Number 4, again the money told the tale. No need form guides, rip them up. Number 4, Hijacker, $3.60, and yes, you followed the lead, you tote players, well done. Number 4, Hijacker, $3.60 and $1.90 has been able to score here for Nick Vass and Amy Byrne and Mazel and Mr. G. Dakin. Gay Waterhouse, the trainer, by marauding from Abu Dhabi and ridden by Lenny Beasley. Number 4, Hijacker at $3.60 and $1.90. Second will be 7, Valedict, Darren Beedman for Clary Connors, and it's paid $4. And the third home in the event will be number 2, Counterforce, Brian York for Gay Waterhouse, and the tote $2 neat. 4, 7 and 2. Number 1 officially fourth in what was a bustling finish over the last 150 metres. So 4, 7, 2 and 1. The Quinella has paid $41.60. The Exacta at $58.40. The Trifecta $312, and the first 4, 4, 7, 2, 1, $1,445. 70 extra double, $20.20, awaiting on the Superfecta. So Hijacker has run right up to the money here today. I'm just having a look at the head-on shot in the home straight here, and Hijacker was inclined to just hang marginally, and then Counterforce was on his outside, and then as Hijacker came out and Valedict came in and Counterforce got squeezed up, he had his chance by the same token. That's for sure and certain. Half a neck by 3/4 of a length, 1:17.41, a new class record bet as Colin the Braves 1:18.2, 1:17.41, 36.32, the sectional, and here are the official tapes and Superfecta details.
Okay, Hijacker $3.60, $1.90, Valedict 4, $2 counter on here. It's third versus second and first. Let's go live to the stewards' room. Yeah, as you can see, it was certainly the ham and the sandwich here, as Ian Craig mentioned. That is Counterforce, and it's protested against Hijacker and Valedict. And we're just watching again. On the inside, you've got number 4, it's the eventual winner. And the other one on the outside there was Valedict, and the one in the middle is Counterforce. And Brian York's the one that's
half a neck between yourself
thrown in the protest. Half a length, half a neck first and second, and 3/4 second and third. Okay, they're just running this a couple of times there, and we will come back to the stewards' room shortly with that protest going on at Randwick. Sandown, Legend of Ace is the top raider over Limerick Scene, Jacques Winkler, Power and Rhythm, and then Batashi, Hode and Beccarino. It's 6 got to say.
Walked my horse, I lost ground there, and then Valedict's just come across on the outside, and he's come in about 2 horses, and he's actually collided with my horse, so that's made things worse. And then Hijacker again over the last furlong's come out again, and they've shut me out. I mean, over the last furlong I didn't have enough room. You can see my horse being buffeted. I couldn't pull the stick on it. It's a horse that really needs to be driven. and I never got a crack at it. I never got a fair go. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have beaten Hijacker had I been able to give it the whole length of the straight. If I'd had my running all the way down the straight and really get at him, I reckon I would have beaten him.
So it's clear in my mind, do you say though that interference over the concluding stages, the last 100 metres, has anything to do with Valedect, or does that?
I think it's mainly Hijacker the last, we're talking in the last furlong anyway. Valedect has probably only interfered with me once, but it's a pretty solid buck when he's coming in a couple of horses, and there's no doubt that he's interfered with my horse.
He has beaten your home by 3.
Okay, there's Brian York giving evidence there. And it's third against second and first. That continues there at Randwick. We will let you know. In the meantime, let's find out what's happening at Result of that as soon as we know. Okay, everyone looking very serious there. This is the 5th at Sandown. Once again, here's Greg.
$1.80.
Off Melbourne.
And one of the best away on the outside here, Hode. Beat out Jark and pushing up in the middle now, Batashi and Beccarino going forward over nearer the inside, settling down. Beccarino went through to lead. Just in front, though, Hode having another crack at it. Hode on the outside and Beccarino, Jark the middle. 2.5 Batashi, followed by Legend of Ace, trailing up on the fence, goes up 4th. Power and Rhythm out a little wide, 2 or 3 lengths, Winkler and Limerick Seam. They've gone to the 1200. The pace is pretty even here, and Hode's gone down to the fence to lead nearly 2 lengths. Beccarino back on the inside of Jark, a length for the back, Legend of Ace, and then Batashi. Power and Rhythm out 3 deep, a length for the back, then Winkler and Limerick Seam. 8 runners at the 900 metre mark, and they bunch up a little. Hode just over a length in front of Jark, followed on the inside by Beccarino. Power and Rhythm out a little deep, then Batashi. Legend of Ace just shuffled back third last. Limerick Scene outside it, back second last now, Legend of Ace, and it's back there with Winkler. Coming down the side of the 700 metre mark, Hode a half in front. From on the outside, Jark, a length in Power and Rhythm. A length Batashi ridden along, a length into Limerick Scene, going up 5th. Then Winkler, followed by Legend of Ace and Beccarino last of all. 5.50 out on the turn. Hode just in front. On the outside of it, Jark is almost on terms of the 400 metre mark. A length into Power and Rhythm from Legend of Ace, pushing right up on the inside. Then Batashi and Limerick Scene out in the middle, coming home well. Power and Rhythm hit the front. Limerick Scene the danger. Then Jark from Legend of Ace back to the inside. It's Power and Rhythm, though, kicking in on the inside, about a half in front of Limerick Scene, who's trying hard, coming after Power and Rhythm. Then further back, Batashi. It's still Power and Rhythm in front. Limerick Scene trying hard. Power and Rhythm hangs on. Wins at a half neck to Limerick Scene, and third home Batashi. Then further back, Jark, followed by Winkler. A gap to Legend of Ace, just coming in as Hode. Near the tail, bar one, tailed off Beccarino.
Winner 13 Power and Rhythm, another win for Greg Childs. 10.20 the win, 2.40 the play. 6 Limerick Scene, 1.60. 7 Batashi at $3. Now the update for the next event, Murray Bridge, race 6, 1 Kazoo, 18 and 4, 2 Cross Me Night.
The other one has certainly more merit. We'd like just to give our reasons by addressing the video. Early you mentioned there you're taken out and hampered by the winner Hijack shifting out early. We think that's very minor. But there is certainly more merit as you get down to the latter stages, and we'd say the first time that you commence to hamper the third place getter, Len Beasley, is about there, about getting on to about 4.15. So if we take that side on, we've got to decide at 4.15 when the hampering commences, was Counterforce going to beat Hijacker home, and we'll take you up to that spot, which is about there. Bearing in mind there's a margin of a length and the proximity of the race to the finishing post, rather, we couldn't be satisfied that you were going to beat that runner home at that point. For that reason, we dismiss your objection. We will talk to Len Beasley and Brian York concerning the incident before you leave the course tonight. Thank you.
Okay, so there it is, dismissed, and the placing stand there at Randwick. So 4, 7 and 2, the numbers stand there. Now, Murray Bridge coming up.
The 1,550 metres, and only a small field of 5. And the popular pick is number 4, Cohonus, 280 and 150. In front of number 1, second pick, 320 and 180. 350, now 360, 180 for number 5, and that's Theamenda. About to come up on track here. Theominda is the favourite. Best back runner, Theominda, number 5, in front of Cojones. And the third pick is number 1, Fantastic. They're about to call them in now. Here they are, moving in. Theominda first up. Well, Theominda's the first into the line here, and Theominda runs the bookies' favourite. That's he or she has been the best back late. On the tote, however, number 4, Cojones is the favourite at 280. 320 Fantastic, owned by Wayne Harris and his wife Linda, in partnership with Graham Begg and his wife, Nick Vass, who part owns the previous winner, Amy Byrne and Mr. P. Del Grand. Talking about the previous victory, went to Hijacker, number 4, Len Beasley, from 7, Valedict and 2, Counter Force, a protest by York. Rider of the third horse against first and second, dismissed. Jason Lee coming forward now on Natural Urge, who's the outsider in the 5-horse race. $13 on Tab Limited, and they're all set. Favourite in the ring, Theominda, and on the tote, number 4, Cojones. Ready now. And away they go. Immediately Fantastic back to last. And Cojones is the early leader. Natural Urge is going with Cojones, and Theominda likewise. A line of 3. Dawn Fire resuming today is 4th, and last is Fantastic. They travel about 250 metres, still 3 in line here, and Natural Urge pressing on will reach the lead. And Jason Lee goes to the front on the Sterling Smith train galloper. A Natural Urge opens up about 2.5 lengths on Cojones, 3/4 to Theominda, a length to Dawn Fire, and a couple of lengths to Fantastic. The 5 of them race within about 7 lengths of one another at the 1,000 metres. And the leader is Natural Urge, about 1.5 lengths on Cojones, down from Armadale. In the third position, Theominda, who's been best back in the ring late. And on its outside is Dawn Fire, and a couple of lengths to Fantastic. Quietly ridden at the tail of the field by Len Beasley. No variation in order as they work their way along towards the 600 pole. And Natural Urge about 3/4 to a length on Cojones. Theominda on the inside of Dawn Fire, and Rodney Quinn is going to try and catch them napping if he can on Dawn Fire. It's speeding right around the outside, and Jason Lee on Natural Urge saw Rodney coming on Dawn Fire and quickened up, but as they set sail for the judge, and Dawn Fire grabbed the early leader Natural Urge, but in the twinkling of an eye down the outside comes Fantastic, and Theominda seeing daylight, and Cojones has dropped off. Fantastic has a real struggle on its hands. Here's Theominda warming to the task, and Natural Urge between them. Theominda's coming home like a rocket, however, and more patiently ridden today. Theominda will get the money. Theominda beat Fantastic and Natural Urge from Cojones, and Dawn Fire stopped. Yeah, it wasn't given much peace at its run at Canterbury on the 16th of January. Took off before acceptances. But today, much more patiently ridden. The breaks went its way and has been able to score. Number 5, Theominda, and was the best backed in the ring again. Number 5, Theominda, has paid $2.90 for the win and $1.40 for the place. The second placing will go to number 1, and number 3 will be third. Number 1, Fantastic, will pay $1.90, and there'll be no third. Winner by Marwina from Darrell's Daydream, trained by Frank Gardner for Max Guy. J. Power and M. Howe. Max, of course, was the stable foreman for Brian Guy, and of course Brian's dad Ray for many, many, many years, and what a strong force Max was to the stable. He really was a great input, and nice to see his colours, the all lilac, carried a success here. 5, 1, 3 and 4 of the officials. Theominda Seabrown first. Number 1, Fantastic, L. Beasley second for Graham Begg. Number 3, third, Natural Urge, Jason Lee for Sterling Smith. And number 4, Cojones ran fourth. Here are the totes. And the winner, number 5, 290 and 140. Number 1, 190. There was no third for number 3. The Quinella, 540. Exacta, 1170. The trifecta, $56.10. And the first 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, $68.10.
All right, thanks, Ian. Theominda 2, good. Got that lovely run through. Corey Brown, the winning rider, 5-1-3.
10 and 3, 2 Sunbury, 6 and 2, 3 Beyond Fear, 13 and 6, 4 Pro Now, 41 and 12, 5 Sturabella, 19 and 7, 6 Elwood Manor S Price, 13 and 5, 7 Kurt, 6 31 70, 8 Onyx River, 16 and 5, 9 Le Mans, 28 and 5, an Exceptional Chance, 27 and 10, 11 Cathedral End favourite, 450 160, 12 Billy Rascal, 10 and 4, 13 Sir Mateo M Nielsen at 74 19, 14 Double Legend, 18 and 5, scratch the bottom 3, favourite 11 Cathedral End, 450 160, tip 2 7 11 and 5, late mail 11, the event at 4 o'clock.
Now, Sandown race 6, Rubertano, the clear-cut favourite, 150 104. Second pick is number 10, Fra's Turn, at 9.10 the win and 2.30 a place.
He's got the hood on, as I said, 150 here for Rubertano. A clear favourite, dominates the market, has been supported on track after easing around 15 cents after opening up. Very short odds, but back into the opening quote. Rubertano. Now, Fra's Turn, still away with the hood over the head of the horse at the moment to go forward. They lead it up again. Kieran McAvoy, who's already tasted success today. It goes in, and we're about 3/4 of the way in. They load the horse forward. Looks as though it's gone in. Fra's Turn. Mind you, he had numbers against, and they've got it locked away. Rubertano, very, very smart horse, going around at short odds, showing $1.60, $1.10 for race 6. Set to go. Montaigne Way standing up in 1 at the 1200. Field of 10 to run. There's the all clear. Set, off and running. Montaigne Way bounced away cleanly on the inside. Guthrie and the favourite Rubertano are the first two to show out, with Rubertano getting across and leading easily here from Guthrie. Out wide in the race here was Fra Image heading forward, followed by Melody Prince settling down out wide. In behind them, Joker's Wild, Montaigne Way further back in the race, then Fra's Turn with Tubarak. Fra's Turn forced to cover a little bit of ground. It's out 3 deep. In behind them, Kruger King, and 2.5 away, China Garden last of all. But Rubertano bowls along and leads the way and strides out 2 in front from Fra Image. 2.5 away, third Melody Prince, followed by Guthrie settling down 4th. Then came Fra's Turn out wide, Joker's Wild in the middle. Montaigne Way back to 4th last with Tubarak well back in the race as they head towards the turn, Kruger King. And last of all is China Garden, but Rubertano nursed on the corner at the 400-metre mark. He leads out by a length. Fra Image called upon. Guthrie going up on the inside, and further back Melody Prince. Fra's Turn about 5 off the lead. In behind them, Joker's Wild and Montaigne Way, but Rubertano nursed down with 250 metres to go. Guthrie up on the inside, Melody Prince closing. Further back in the race, Fra Image and Fra's Turn out wide. Rubertano is under pressure now, and Fra's Turn's finishing on quickly. Rubertano, Fra's Turn after him the outside. Fra's Turn hit the front. Fra's Turn has bloused the favourite. Rubertano second. Tight third, either Melody Prince or Montaigne Way picking up ground on the inside. Guthrie weakening back in company with Tubarak. Further back in the race then came Fra Image, being followed in by Kruger King, China Garden, and last of all is Joker's Wild.
Double to Kieran McAvoy, 10 Fra's Turn, $9 the win, 2.20 the place. 1 Rubertano, 1.10. Fado third between 2 Montaigne Way at $3 or 5 Melody Prince, 2.60.
And we have correct weight, Port Macquarie race 4, and the number's 1493.
On 2KY Racing Radio, Correct Weight is brought to you by VB Stubbies and your local Pub Mart Hotel. The good times start at Pub Mart. Pub Mart.
And also correct weight Doomben race 5 on 193 and 2 at the...
Bob
Belgan, 1 Friday night, 21 and 3. 2 Moe.
As the 380 from Bondi takes off in the distance. Keep Rocking at 6.50 and Tap To It at 8.20. Time Signal and Dream Out Loud at 11. Reddenborough at 12 and Port Express at $14. So runners are about to start moving in. Let's take you to Ian now for the running of race 6.
Righto, Chris, and the horses are behind the gates for the Carlton Handicap. Favourite number 3, Lion Rock, young Dale Evans. Dale with the big chance of winning his first Sydney race. And Lion Rock at $2.70 and $1 on Tab Limited. Second pick is number 1, Mantovani. Lovely looking horse, backing up from Thursday night. He is at $5.30 and $1.90. And the third pick is number 5, and that's Keep Rocking, $6.80 and $2.40. So Lion Rock, popular pick all round for race number 6. They'll be coming up shortly. Race 5 today went to 5 Theominda. Corey Brown beat 1 Fantastic, 3 Natural Urge, third, and 4 and 4th. Other winners: Hijacker, Barrow's Thunder, Charo Style and Pearly Kings took out race number 1. Now, we're on start time. Now, what is happening over there at the barrier stalls? No great sign of them moving in. I think Dream Out Loud is going to be the first up. Yes, the order goes out, and in comes the representative from the national capital, Dream Out Loud, ridden by Jamie Whitney. Favourite Lion Rock didn't have much luck last start at Canterbury. He needs every inch of luck to go his way, Lion Rock. And with the claim of 3 kilos for Dale Evans, he's on the limit, 54. Gee, if he gets his fair chance, you'd think he'd be very, very hard to toss here. Now, Port Express moving forward, down from Port Macquarie. Next one up to line will be Reddenborough from Armidale. Keep Rocking in the easy rocking colours, about to come forward. And goes in now, Keep Rocking, ridden by Hugh Bowman. Lion Rock, the favourite. Dale Evans, black jacket, white armbands, red cap is in. Two of the nicest looking horses you'd see around Sydney are Time Signal coming up now and Mantovani. He's a beautiful horse, Mantovani. Mantovani walks up. Only the one to come in now, and that is Tap To It, the Compton family horse. 260, 120, number 3. 260, 120, that's Lion Rock. And they're ready to run from the 1800 metres, the Carlton Handicap. And away they go. And Port Express was first out, commencing well, Dream Out Loud. Strangers third, followed by Time Signal, Mantovani. And then Tap To It, followed closely by Keep Rocking, Reddenborough second last, and 2.5 the favourite Lion Rock. They've covered 300 metres now, and Dream Out Loud from the national capital shows the way. Tap To It is trying to go up on the outside of Port Express. Little more than a length's gap to Time Signal. Keep Rocking in the middle, and Strangers on the rails, and then some 3.5 to Mantovani. A couple of lengths to Reddenborough and some 3 or 4 lengths to Lion Rock. It'd have to be a dozen lengths from the leader, Dream Out Loud, who makes the run down the back of the track and goes past the 1200 with a lead of a length and 3/4 now on Tap To It. Third is Port Express, followed by Time Signal, and then a gap to Strange, closely attended by Keep Rocking. Another couple of lengths to Mantovani. Reddenborough next to last, and 1 3/4 to Lion Rock. This is the pattern as they work out of the back and come onto the side on this inside track at Randwick and at the 800 marker. Dream Out Loud shows the way. A grey, a length and 1/4 on Tap To It, with Port Express running third. About 4 lengths then to Time Signal, and then comes Keep Rocking. It's inside as Strange, and then Mantovani. A couple of lengths to Reddenborough, and Lion Rock is still stone motherless last. He'd have to be a dozen lengths from Dream Out Loud, who'll lead them on the swing. About 1/2 to 3/4 of a length on Tap To It, who's raced in close attendance to this leader pretty well from the word go. And as they straighten up, and Tap To It on the outside takes the lead from Dream Out Loud. Little Evans is pulling to the extreme outside on Lion Rock, and with an unimpeded run, how good is Lion Rock? Will he get these leaders, Tap To It and Dream Out Loud? And now Mantovani is coming into it, followed by Reddenborough. Lion Rock and Mantovani claim the inside horses. Mantovani and Lion Rock stride for stride. Mantovani a nose in front, and Mantovani wins the money from Lion Rock. Third was Reddenborough, followed by Time Signal, Dream Out Loud, Tap To It, Port Express, Keep Rocking, and Absolute was Strange. Good finish. The good looker, Mantovani, number 1, Darren Beedman for Graham Rogerson by Manatari. A 5-year-old Bayo Brown gelding, and showing when they jumped on Tab Limited, $4.70 for the win and $1.70 for the place. Lion Rock, he was quietly ridden at the tail of the field. He let him rip coming to the turn, and he looked a chance at that stage. The inside horses started to weaken, and then Mantovani got through, and he went out after Lion Rock, and the two of them forged away. And as the line has been reached, it did appear from this angle as if number 1, Mantovani, was able to shade Lion Rock.